And now, for his opponents, fighting out of the Spirit Dojo with a record of 3-2, Kamil Pruchniewski.
Well, as a referee in charge, Sam the Man Amidi brings these two light heavyweights together. It's K1 rules. Chris Hookster here in Kent tonight, calling it with Dean Midhat. Dean, this one's going to be a great matchup for sure.
Always a lovely matchups in the LFC. This one in particular, I'm very interesting. Kamil Pruchniewski is coming from Spirit Dojo. We know Paul Daly is a crazy striker. Jake Thompson equally started MMA when he was 16.
Now, Jake Thompson out of the red corner there in Bad Manners Gym. His opponent, Kamil Pruchniewski in the Spirit Dojo from the blue corner and already being backed up into the clinch. Single strike and a good release there from the red corner. And Jake Thompson, ultra aggressive. And I think a wise strategy against a guy named Pruchniewski who's known to use great footwork and movement.
I was just about to say the MMA background with Jake Thompson. I said he started MMA really young. Now, obviously, this is K1. However, you can use the clinch to your advantage. You can use just swarming of your opponent. Being aware of where your body is in relation to your opponent's body is second to none.
And he clipped Kamil again out of position a little bit far on that right hand. Kamil a little bit too far over to his left. Good break there. And you can see already the intent behind Jake Thompson of getting inside fast and disallowing, like you said, Dean, any space or movement in his opponent.
Just looking at the way Kamil holds himself, you know he's a cerebral fighter, an assassin if you will. He stays on the outside, waits for that perfect opportunity. If you take that perfect opportunity away from him, Chris, by swarming him, it's going to nullify his game a little bit. I think that's what Thompson's trying to do here.
And both fighters, I believe, have recovered. Quick little warning from our ref and time back in play. And we continue here with the action, Dean.
Nice teep kick there, side teep kick there, keeping Kamil at distance.
Front leg side kick, as you said, for Jake Thompson. And more of a gauging kick, more of a distance gauging kick, Dean. Not entirely trying to back him up too much, but keep him from coming in.
I think Thompson almost wants to certainly lure Kamil in, wants to make him fight his own game, which is obviously the power shots, the power overhand rights there. Nice knee by Kamil,
very nice. And Thompson just wants to brawl.
You've got to remember, Chris, they only have one knee in the full clinch, so that can be a disadvantage if you have a really good knee game. You're going to have to break off that clinch. You have to watch for the overhand punches, which Thompson has obviously shown that he's good at.
And I love that uppercut. That's landed several times now for the Spirit Dojo fighter. But again, you know, Thompson making this one a dogfight, Dean. It's a fight in the phone booth when he wants it to be.
Thompson
nice.
Again, prevailing in the clinch there, comes out, strikes. That's what I like to see, that clinch, using it. You can put a knee in there, disengage from your opponent, but do damage when they think it's okay to just disengage.
I like it. And as you said, it's not the most pretty technique, but it's very effective, Dean, as you said. And it's round 2 of 3 at light heavyweight here in Kent tonight, LFC. Action all night long, but this, Dean, already a very technical and very physical matchup.
Indeed, it is physical. Thompson swarming in with looping punches, forcing Kamil to fight his game. Kamil, as of yet, has not been able to find his range.
And a nice couple of checks from Kamil, staying very light on that lead leg.
Nice right hand there from Kamil.
And very effective striking shown off from the Spirit Dojo. More effective, I think, than round one. I'm not sure he was completely prepared for Thompson's blitzkrieg. Thompson opting to clinch. I think that's smart, too, when you're in a position where you might be wise to try to clinch and then get the break, force the referee to break.
Thompson definitely comes in, does his damage, clinches quite rightly so and gets out, but what he does brilliantly is he strikes on the way out.
And two up-and-coming fighters here in the LFC with some spectacular previous performances behind them, but the crowd really appreciating the technical battle that's occurring here, Dean.
Nice left hook from Kamil. Kamil's getting these shots, he's getting these good technical punches in, but he's not moving off his center line, which allowed Thompson to swarm in or initiate the clinch.
I think we're going to get a little bit of a warning here for excessive clinching from Sam Amidi. And I think it's been a case where at certain points, Dean, as you were saying, he does that to disallow any damage from his opponent so he can get a fresh start.
And here Kamil's corner screaming for the uppercut. What they want to do is they want to catch Thompson coming in. He often comes in with those looping punches with his chin down. If Kamil can get a well-placed uppercut there, he might hurt him, Chris.
Way nice right to the body, and a left hook lands for the man from Bad Manners. And, you know, he's making it a dogfight. He's making it a very gritty fight. He's a tough guy indeed. We've seen, as we said in previous performances, his output generally remains fairly high. And
this fight indeed, and it's taking its toll on Kamil. As he walks down, looking down, breathing quite widely through his mouth. He doesn't seem to have an answer to this puzzle in front of him that is Thompson.
And, you know, it's a scenario, Dean, where you've got the more technical fighter, the more rangy fighter, and then you've got the fighter who looks to swarm in like an angry hornet. Such a great contrast of styles, and the perfect contrast of styles for an exciting matchup. Great matchmaking here at LFC all night, Dean. And third and final round in this light heavyweight K1 matchup with a touch of gloves. Kamil immediately in, slapping that right kick home, but Thompson with his own reply with the same technique.
It's interesting to hear Paul Daly in Kamil's corner. He said, put your punches and kicks together. So see if Kamil can do that on the outside, see if he can put some combinations down to disrupt the flow, disrupt the flurry of Thompson.
And as we just noted that, Kamil threw a single kick, Thompson checked that. That's the case in point, Dean, of the type of engagement that you want to avoid. Hopefully better by setting things up, is that right?
Exactly right. Kamil needs to stand on the outside, fire off combinations that are going to put Thompson off his center of line of gravity. He's wading in with those punches. If you get caught whilst you're wading in, it's going to knock you for six.
And that's an improvement for Pruchniewski. Nice long jab, right round kick again. Waiting then for the planted foot to land now 3 times in a row for the Spirit Dojo fighter. And that's been his most likely weapon, as we've seen from previous performances. He's now landing better now, 30 seconds or 40 seconds into this round.
It's almost too little, too late. He seems to have found a bit more range. He's firing off those kicks much better. He's getting out of the way of Thompson's flurries.
And very labored with his mouth. Wide open is Thompson, but the guy doesn't back down. He's, as I said, a tough customer indeed.
Thompson looks wobbled here. He might have, I think that knee inadvertently caught his chin. Kamil was going for the body. It just touched Thompson's head there.
And I like the wise game planning now from Kamil as this round has gone on. There comes a time when you fight a guy where if you overexpend your energy, you can't put him away. Then you become vulnerable. So he's fighting a much smarter fight. Look at that. Right round kick lands. And you hear the oi from the Spirit Dojo corner. Very traditional in kickboxing, Dean. K1 rules are tied.
Yeah, you often hear that in Thailand. Oi, from knees, kicks, but often score more points. Kamil's done a good job of swarming Thompson. That's what I like to see. Punches in bunches, very good, but it could be too little too late on the judges' scorecards.
Great fight between two very, as we said, exciting fighters. Lots of action there in that round. I think Kamil landing, as you said, Dean, very nicely with the right round kick on several occasions. Will it be enough on the judges' scorecards? We're going to find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's show some support for your two kickboxers with a very entertaining fight. However, after 3 rounds